Hey, what's up, guys? Randall from Odds Jam back with you for Wednesday afternoon betting. Going to see if there's anything out there. Every baseball game is in the afternoon today, so a lot of the value for baseball is probably gone by now, but we'll see if we can find anything. We'll also take a look if you guys want to see prize picks, underdog, thrive. Let me know. Comment what you want to see while we are on this stream, and I can share that with you while we're going through this. So we'll go ahead, and I've got the recommended filters off right now. We'll go ahead and turn those on. We can see what's out there. Again, all of the baseball games are in the afternoon today, going off here in a couple of hours. So there were a ton of plays earlier, but we've missed those. So if you're looking for baseball, might have some slim pickings here to take advantage of. Looking here for baseball, Dodgers Rockies looks like there's a little value here. Dodgers on the run line -2, Dodgers -2.5, Dodgers -3. Let's go ahead and flip them off, see if we can see anything. Turn the recommended filters off, see if there's anything out there. Again, if you guys want to see certain underdog prize picks, whatever, comment, let me know, and we'll take a look at that. Let's see, Dodgers Rockies here under 3.5 in the first half. First half total runs +136. Let's go ahead and see what the market is on this particular line. It looks like some of the books are 4 and 4.5. Doesn't look like there's anything. I mean, the 4.5's juiced to the under. I'd love to see the 4 juiced to the under if I were going to take this 3.5. So we'll probably pass on that play. Cubs under 4.5 runs against the Reds. Looks like that line just moved. Cubs Reds under 0.5 run in the first inning. Looks like that just moved as well. So, I mean, these lines are moving very quickly. You can see just how fast they move. Some of them stick around longer than others. Phillies Astros under 0.5 run in the first inning. This looks pretty good. -111, average odds -127. We can see Bet Online and Pinnacle have that -129, -133, two very, very sharp books. So we'll go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing my screen. We'll jump over to FanDuel. We're gonna hit that bet if we can. So let me just get logged in, and we'll find that bet. We'll hit that. One thing I did actually earlier, just to have a little bit of fun today, was I hit under 0.5 run in the first inning for all of the games today. With it being the last day, hopefully a get in, get out type of game. Nobody really wants to be there, so hopefully can cash in on some of those. So let's see, what game are we looking for? We were looking for that Astros Phillies. Love the under 7.5 juiced as well, so definitely like that. Let's see here. No, I want innings, don't I? So first inning over under 0.5 run -111. Those are the odds. FanDuel is off here, so we're gonna go ahead and bet that. So we'll place that bet under 0.5 run in the first inning. Phillies Astros, really like that. So we've bet that. Feel free to tail that bet. Really do like it. If you're not on FanDuel, be sure to check out the links below in the description. FanDuel offering you a risk-free $1,000 bet. When you sign up, your first bet's risk-free up to $1,000. So be sure to check that out. I don't know, maybe throw your $1,000 risk-free bet on the under. I wouldn't suggest that, though. Definitely want to put your risk-free bet on something of a long shot. But if you don't have FanDuel, definitely check that out. Get signed up for that. So I see we've got some questions here. Let's see what we've got here. So any advice of using OddsJam when my state only allows local casinos to be the sports books legal to use? Yeah, I mean, with that being said, it's probably a little more difficult. If you want, shoot me an email, Randall@oddsjam.com, and just put my email in here. We can kind of see what your options are. I mean, if you can get some of these same odds at those sports books, but there may be some other options that are out there. So shoot me an email and we'll see what we can do for you there. You can let me know what sports books you have in your state, and we can go from there. Is there any way at the end to put all the lines you are betting on? So yeah, we can start doing that. Right now, we've just got the under a half a run in the first inning for the Phillies Astros. So this is my demo account. I guess I can get a different account. I'll try to do that before tomorrow, and then we can check the bet tracker before we leave each day. That'd probably be the easiest way to do it. So under a half a run in the first inning, Astros Phillies. That's when we bet -111. Any NFL picks from Smokey the Cat? I mean, as far as EV plays go, let's go ahead and see if there's anything out there for the NFL. We can, with these filters, it's super nice because you can, you can literally check whatever you want: sport, league, market. I mean, you can select it. I mean, if you're just looking for NFL EV plays, you can do that. If you're looking for like a specific game, you can search for that game. So it's really, really helpful. You can see these are all of the EV plays for this week in the NFL. So it looks like Falcons +360, Giants +330, Cardinals on the money line +215. If you're asking for just my opinion, I mean, outside of what these EV plays are, I mean, I'll give that to you here in just a second. I do think this Cardinals is interesting. I told my buddy last night, I think this is a game that the Eagles could potentially lose. So is some value there on the Cardinals money line. Jimmy G under 219.5 passing yards. That could be a solid play. Carolina's defense is pretty solid. We already talked about the Giants there. Niners, Carolina under 19.5. That looks pretty good. Jags -7. This is actually a play that I will be on this weekend. I do like the Jags in this spot. It's an EV play, and I always like the fact that a team like Jacksonville was swept by Houston last year. I think Jacksonville's actually lost like 8 in a row to Houston. So now they're laying 7. Houston, I believe, is 3-1 against the spread. So there's definitely some value here on Jacksonville, in my opinion, in this particular spot. And then Baker over passing yards, Bengals first quarter money line. So back to, NFL. If you're just looking for kind of my opinion on some games, I do like the Steelers personally +14.5. Hopefully that'll get to 15. I think that number is just too much. Mentioned the Jags already. Would lean to the Lions here in this spot after the Patriots almost beat the Packers. I mean, I'm not sure what world we're living in where, Zappy is a 3-point favorite, but that's where we are. So do like the Lions there a little bit, like the Saints to bounce back. That should be a blowout. Seattle may not score 48 points in the next 3 games combined. So I like the Saints there. Dolphins, Jets, no opinion. Do like Tampa to bounce back, -8, -8.5. Washington, Titans, no real feel. I mean, this is a game the Titans always lose, but I want no part of Washington. Niners, Panthers, no interest. Cardinals, Eagles, I mentioned that was an EV play earlier as well. So Cardinals money line. Do kind of like the points there with the Cardinals. Lean to the Rams to cover the spread. And then Ravens, absolutely love the Ravens on Sunday Night Football for whatever that's worth. So those are, kind of my plays. We looked at the EV page. I mean, that's where I would do the first look, I guess, if you will. If you're looking to bet the NFL, is find that on the EV page. See where the value's there. Shoot me an email and we'll talk about that. JFish, does OddJam offer access to historical odds data? So that is something that we are working on getting added in. is to be able to see the historical odds data. We do have this screen that we just launched that you can check out. This will show you all of the odds that are out there for all of the games in real time. So you can see them, all in one spot. You can adjust these books here at the top to whatever you want. If you want Caesars to be up front, you want Barstool to be up front, you can drag these and you can move them to where you can see the odds, of the books that you want to do, or, you can just select the books that you want to see. And it'll show you there, BetMGM, DraftKings, OddsJam, BetOnline. Maybe you want to compare, maybe you want to compare Caesars. So you can do all of that. Maybe you want to see PointsBet. So again, you can do all of that, and then you can obviously adjust this to fit it how you want. But, you can look at the money line, you can look at the point spread. And this is just NFL. So, you could obviously do this for all the other sports as well. But this is really cool, to be able to see this in real time. You can watch, especially fight nights in the MMA. Money comes in late. You'll see this screen flash up, light up, showing you, where the money's coming in. If there's an injury in the NFL, an injury or a pitching change in baseball, you can see all of that happening on this screen. Now, baseball is obviously about over, so probably won't see many pitching changes in the playoffs. But, any signals that are out there to be able to alert you of where sharp action is coming in. So, but yeah, the historical odds data, that is something that we are working on there. Opinion on an EV play with Melvin Gordon to score or over under his rushing. Let's take a look and see what there is for Melvin Gordon. It doesn't look like there's anything, at least on the EV page when we were searching for the NFL, but we'll take a look at the anytime touchdown scorer for Gordon. We'll see what's out there, and then we'll take a look. You said you wanted to see his rushing yards. So Melvin Gordon, it looks like right now, plus 125 on FanDuel, looks to be the best odds. Andrew, if you want to tell me what state you're in, I'll gladly switch states for you. I'll go to Colorado. I know there's more books in Colorado, but if you're in a specific state and you want me to look at those books, just put your state in here and I'll change that. But I'll go to Colorado because I know there's some more books there. So it looks like we're looking for Melvin Gordon again. There we go. So actually you can get Melvin Gordon plus 138 at Fox Bet. So this player, anytime touchdown scorer, this is a market that you need to be shopping around for. You can see there's a huge difference in, I guess not a huge 13-cent difference, but there is a difference in taking Gordon, to score a touchdown. So some differences bigger than others. Average odds here, plus 1,300 for Eric Tomlinson. You can get plus 2,400 on FanDuel. So definitely worth shopping around, taking advantage of all of those, all of these books that are listed. They have sign-up offers. You can see them listed here. Take advantage of those. Links are in the description below. If you don't have any of these accounts, get on those, get a risk-free bet. Get a deposit match, whatever it is, and take advantage of those while you can. So we wanted to look at rushing yards. So let's take a look at that for Gordon. So Melvin Gordon looks like his number is right around 52.5, 53.5, 59.5. So looks like, the main line appears to be 59.5. You can get 52.5 on Barstool and Bet Rivers. So, to answer your question, Andrew, depending on what you would value, let's say 7 yards, this appears to be a really, really good bet on the over. So, 7, this is a middle opportunity. Now, granted, if you take the over and you take the under, you could potentially lose some money. But if this lands somewhere in the middle, if he rushes for, say, 53 to 59 yards, you would win both bets. So the over looks to be a good play just based on the market. It looks like Barstool and Bet Rivers they're the outliers there. So, the over 52.5, I would say, is a decent play at one of those two books. And I know it looks like somebody just asked about Bet Rivers. So Bet Rivers now is actually a risk-free $500 bet. So you get a risk-free bet up to $500. They actually changed their offer from the $250 deposit match to a $500 risk-free bet. You guys ever thought about like Prize Picks or Prop Optimizer in general type of thing? If you want to send me, if you want to email me some suggestions, Clutch2Real, send me your suggestions, or if you've got ideas, email those to me of what you might like to see. I mean, the only thing that we have right now that I think is at least helpful for Prize Picks is the EV page, where you can basically you can take your filters and you can select if you want to see Prize Picks, underdog, whatever it is that you want to see, and then we will show you the best plays that are out there. I'm not sure if that's what you're looking for, but if you've got specifics on something that you would like to see, just let me know, and I can definitely share that with the team of engineers. I'm not sure why this is not. There we go. So it doesn't look like right now there are any. Oh, that's why, because I have that. Let me turn this on to where I can see all of the sports. So no, it doesn't look like there's any NFL Prize Picks plays or underdog fantasy plays. But I've turned this on. We'll see if there's anything out there for baseball today. I'm not sure why this is taking so long to load. Could possibly be my internet. Any player props for SMU and UCF? We can look and see if there's anything out there. So, I mean, in looking here, if we were to want to go control find -119, control F, -119, Hernandez here under 4.5 strikeouts on Prize Picks. So this is how you can search to see. And we could have just narrowed this to Prize Picks, but I selected some others. Looks like Twins White Sox would be a good one. So there's a lot of different opportunities that you can do there. Let's see here. Just opened up FanDuel and Bet Rivers. Want to use your free bets? Any suggestions? So, I mean, if you're looking to, bet these, I mean, I would definitely, suggest. Let me clear this real quick. I mean, I would definitely suggest throwing your risk-free bets. You said Bet Rivers and FanDuel. So let me just see what's out there for Bet Rivers and what's out there for FanDuel. Let's see here. All right. So if you were looking for an EV play that's out there, I mean, there are some options here. FanDuel. Anytime you have a risk-free bet, it's always good to throw it on a long shot. So you could come to this EV page. I mean, that would be my suggestion, and just look for something that you wanted to throw it on. I mean, here's one here for MMA +205. I mean, and what you can do is you can just, you can compare the odds with all the other sports books to see. It looks like I'm either having technical difficulties or something is going on here. It does not appear like this is loading. So not sure what is happening. Okay, here we go. So looks like here +205. So I mean, you can see the average odds are +186. So you're getting a little bit of value on that particular bet, if that was something you would want to look for. I'm not seeing. I mean, Bet Rivers has some stuff here under 38 in the Packers game. Padres -1.5. So there are a couple of different options that you could do with that bet. But I would suggest, honestly, just coming here to the EV page. And if you don't have a subscription, shoot me an email. We'll get you set up with a trial, and you can find something to bet there. Mentioned that percentages on EV were not important. No, so I mean, to answer that, Kent, I mean, if it's on the recommended filters page, I mean, the higher percentages are definitely, definitely good to bet. I wouldn't say that the percentage is not necessarily important. More so, I'm just focused on trying to bet as many of these plays as I can with the recommended filters on. Because I mean, here's one, minus Dodgers -2, 6%. My focus really is just betting as many of these as I can, where the bet that I'm placing is an outlier to all of the other sports books. So, I mean, not saying not to care about the higher percentages. I mean, if you look at the calculator, it's definitely going to tell you to bet more on the higher percentages, which is certainly fine. But my main focus with the recommended filters page is to get as many of these bets in that I can, because I know long term it's going to be profitable. So I don't, shy away from something that is maybe 1.2%. In terms of comparing it to like something that's 6%. I mean, I would want to bet all of those if they were outliers to multiple sports books. So just trying to turn on a couple more books here, see if there's anything out there. Do have a meeting to jump to here in just a second, so we'll just take one last look, see if there's anything out there. For today in baseball, there were a ton of unders earlier for game totals that were out there that you could have bet on. So do you change your odds in the filter at any time, and why? So if I'm on the recommended filters page, there's nothing that I can change on the recommended filters. Like the only thing I can change is the sports book. If I have the recommended filters off, I typically will set my market width to anywhere between 35 and 40 cents, and that's going to show me a lot of the plays that are on the recommended filters page. But it's going to show me a lot of plays that have a tighter market width, giving me more confidence that these are in fact good bets that I would want to place. So let's see here. Andy, Bet Rivers deposit match. If you click in the description below, there should be a Bet Rivers link. In that, let me see if I can snag that for you real quick, and I'll throw it in there for you. Here's the Bet Rivers link if you want to check that out, Andy. I just put it in the chat, or you can again click that description below, take advantage of that. Do you see better EV opportunities at certain times of the day, early morning, late night, etc.? So that's actually a very good question. Typically what I've found is, you usually find very, very good EV opportunities early in the mornings. I mean, you can find them all throughout the day. You definitely can find good EV bets all throughout the day. But typically earlier in the morning, when the lines are, coming out, or they've been out, and then the lines are starting to move because people are actually betting them. And then, closer to the start of the game. So like earlier, that recommended filters page before I went live was just filled with tons of EV opportunities for these 3:00 baseball games. You can see now that it's just a couple of games, Dodgers, Rockies, and Guardians, Royals, that have value. So the value, was bet a little bit earlier before we actually came live. So that's what I've noticed. But I mean, there's still good bets that are out there all throughout the day. You can find very, very good bets. Yeah, Andy, it is a free bet if you lose. But the good thing about that, I mean, is you can use the free bet converter on OddsJam to convert that to cash. So if you lose that bet, you can at least get back, somewhere between 70 and 80% of whatever it was you bet. So it's not a terrible promo. If you want to discuss some other strategies for it, Andy, shoot me an email as well. I can send you a couple of videos on how you can, kind of utilize that. in other ways if you're interested in that. But you can come to the free bet conversion page. You can select, Bet Rivers as your book, and then it will show you the best conversion opportunities that are out there. So just wanted to go live again a little bit today, see what was out there. Tomorrow, Thursday night football, so we will be back. I know FanDuel is giving a same game parlay free bet, so we'll build something tomorrow. We'll place that. We were able to cash the one last week, so be sure to come back tomorrow, 2 Eastern, same time, same place, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.